It's not even September, and Manchester United have beaten Liverpool twice in the new season.
Real chance for United. Jadon Sancho takes another touch and puts it home. Jadon Sancho opens the scoring for Manchester United, and that's exactly what you wanted.
Erik ten Hag is cooking. When they did it in the pre-season, everyone thought it was a fluke. Nobody takes pre-season matches seriously after all. Manchester United fans did though, and they milked the win. I mean, who could blame them? They've seen the worst over the past 5 years, and Liverpool have been one of their biggest torturers in that period. And then it happened again. Manchester United beat Liverpool for the second time in under 1 month. All because of one man, Erik ten Hag. When pre-season clips of Marcus Rashford popped up on the internet after Ten Hag started with him, fans were surprised. Some were skeptical because Rashford had let them down a lot. And then he gave this interview.
We've improved a lot, we're a lot fitter than we was last season, and also we're making mistakes along the way, so we have a lot of room for improvement. So I'm in a good place right now, and I'm just looking forward to getting more games under my belt and get ready for the season.
Marcus Rashford was genuinely excited to finally play football again, and that was all thanks to Erik ten Hag. Rashford also gave this interview about Ten Hag's training methods.
And hopefully we continue to improve really, and that's the main thing that we want.
This is a big deal. Marcus Rashford has not shown this much excitement about playing for Manchester United in a very long time. After his promising debut under Louis van Gaal in 2016, fans took to him like bees to sweet-smelling flowers. But it's not been rosy over the past few years. He spent most of his time apologising and whining over fan treatment. But now, Erik ten Hag is here, and it looks like the man is getting back to his best. The Dutchman has landed at Old Trafford with something new, something fresh, something exciting. Manchester United fans are dreaming again. Did you see pre-season Rashford? He was sharp and linked up well with Anthony Martial and Jadon Sancho, two others who have played a lot better since Ten Hag became their handler. In particular, Anthony Martial has been amazing, and for him, it's probably the biggest breath of fresh air he has taken in his Manchester United career. Many thought it was the beginning of the end when he moved to Sevilla on loan in the winter window of the 2021-22 season. The loan didn't work out, and fans were worried that he'd be a passenger under Ten Hag. In fact, he was one of a number of players that the former Ajax manager had on his scrutiny list. He was going to check the boy out and make a decision on whether he should stay or leave, because he wasn't particularly sure about him. Now he looks like he's the best option for the number 9 role, even with Cristiano Ronaldo in the team. Did you see the man in pre-season? Unfortunately, he couldn't start the season with them because he picked up a small knock just before the first official game of the season. He came on against Liverpool, and just as he did all those years ago at his debut, made a big splash by assisting, yes, Marcus Rashford for their second goal of that game. Martial's growth in under 2 months has really been amazing. Trevor Sinclair was speaking on TalkSport after witnessing Martial's reawakening during pre-season, and this is what he had to say. New manager comes in, wipes the slate clean, he's got a great opportunity. Why would you want to leave Manchester United if they're on their way back and you can be their main number 9? If you knew what Trevor Sinclair had said about Martial in the past, you'd be even more scared if you were a rival fan and super proud if you were a Manchester United fan. In 2020, Sinclair said, "How many chances does Anthony Martial want?" I was watching him at the end of the last season and I thought the penny had dropped. He was being given the ball simply and he was getting his goals. But he seems to have reversed in his application and gone back to that player that frustrated a lot of people. Martial really never looked like the kind of player to get this kind of reaction from pundits, but Erik ten Hag has turned him into one. If you aren't dreaming hard enough by now, Manchester United fans, you should start. Are you enjoying this video? Prove it by leaving a like. For United fans, a like increases your chances of winning a title under Ten Hag, so go for it. We won't pretend like the first 2 matches of the new season didn't happen though. They did, and they happened hard. Erik ten Hag received his baptism of fire as a new Premier League manager, and boy did the banter barometer get stretched out. First, it was Brighton and Hove Albion who came to Old Trafford and beat them. That was Brighton's first win over Manchester United at Old Trafford in more than 50 years. Then it was a trip to Brentford in that very questionable green jersey to get whooped 4-0. That surely showed Ten Hag that the Premier League is a different kind of gravy, and he adjusted for Liverpool to great effect. You can almost taste the excitement around Manchester United about Erik Ten Hag, but fans will also do well to remember that the last Dutchman to take charge of Manchester United started in this manner. Under Louis van Gaal, Man United swatted away Real Madrid, Inter Milan and a few other top teams in pre-season. In their opener, they lost 2-1 to Swansea. A few days later, Milton Keynes Dons thrashed them 4-0 in the Carabao Cup. Deja vu? Indeed. The former AFC Ajax coach came in with a metaphorical whip ready to shape his new dressing room into what he wants. He gave them strict guidelines that they must follow or risk being tossed aside. The rules are: no alcohol on game weeks, no lateness to training or team meetings, no matter who you are in the team, eat only foods cooked by the club's chefs and sanctioned by the club's nutritionists. I wonder how Cristiano Ronaldo will deal with this one. He'll probably not have an issue since he's one of the fittest players in the club. Mandatory fitness checks and BMI, body mass index checks, every month. If you don't meet a certain level, you're out of the team until you fix up. And finally, every complaint must go through him first, not to agents, media or other club staff. Rule number 5 is going to be easy for the players because Ten Hag always discusses his tactics with each player. We do not think there's any player who will not appreciate such a hands-on approach to training. The vibe around Old Trafford shows that Ten Hag's methods are working. We might just be seeing the Fergie years returning to Old Trafford, but there's still time for improvement, especially now that he has some exciting new signings to work with. Lisandro Martinez especially. For a short centre-back, he stood the tallest against Liverpool and showed why he's called the Butcher. You cannot ignore the signs that Ten Hag is in the kitchen. But what do you think? Will Erik Ten Hag be a hit or a miss? Go crazy in the comments.